What's up, guys? It's your girl Donshea Hopkins. I'm here at Rough Rider Radio. Make sure you guys download the app and tune in every Friday from 8 to 10.
So without no further ado, I want to introduce y'all to Donshea Hopkins, aka y'all know her as Raina from Power.
We got Raina.
We got Raina from Power here. We got
We got a lot of Power fans listening. Thank you for coming out, Raina.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.
Is it strange when they call you Raina opposed to calling you your real name, or do you get used to that?
You know what? I'm so used to it because like from the first season, the writers, like I remember like when like our first episode, the writers, they couldn't remember anyone's name. So they were just like, Raina, and they were like, Don. I was like, Donshea, and they were like, okay, Raina. So I was like, alright, just call me Raina. So like the writers have called me Raina, the crew, the cast, everyone calls me Raina. So like when the fans call me, it's just like, oh yeah, you're talking about me? So yeah.
It's like you have a look like your name's supposed to be Raina. No, it's like
I mean,
like, you know,
it does mean queen in Spanish, so
that's dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Queen.
Definitely. So talk about your role in Power and
okay.
let people know that you're not dead.
Yeah, I'm not dead. Sorry to spoil that for you guys that haven't watched the end of this season of Power, if y'all are just catching up. But yeah, I am the late, great Raina St. Patrick. I mean, fans have these like conspiracy theories that like Raina's not dead. And I don't know if you guys have seen it, if you guys follow my Instagram.
Right.
But to some of the fans out there, if y'all follow me, you know that the fans made bring Raina back t-shirts.
Right.
And I'm just like, guys, come on, you gotta let me move on and do other stuff. But you know, if there is a way to bring Raina back, like I'm totally open to it.
Yeah.
I'm totally open to like the whole dream sequence and all these different ideas that everyone has been throwing out there. But yeah, I sadly got killed off because my brother is an a-hole. Raina's brother's an a-hole.
Right.
But yeah, so that's I don't know. I don't want to say like what happened. Should I say what happened? All right, so Raina got shot.
The season is over.
The season is
over, and you know the season was leaked.
It
I also
was.
want to get into that.
All right.
But we go ahead.
So yeah, Raina, she was a great student, a great daughter. Above all, just a great person, a great sister.
Right.
And yeah, she got killed for just for being like a good stand-up person.
Talking about you talked about your brother, right? But there was a episode where they displayed three kids. Where does other little child come from? Like, your brother got a role, a major role. Then you got a major role, and then all of a sudden I see a little girl on the couch. Like, who are you? Like, where you came from?
Okay, the baby has always been there. Yasmin, she's always been there. It's just the viewers, y'all haven't been paying attention. She's been there since season 1. And in season 1, she choked on like a keychain that Angela bought Ghost.
Okay.
See, this guy knows, you know.
Right.
So yeah, she's been there since the first season. Just I think people sometimes like when you don't see a person, you sometimes like forget about them because it happens in real life.
Yeah, I guess because she doesn't have a major role in the situation.
But also she's a baby,
like,
so you know, working with babies, it's not hard, but it's just like
working with babies.
But she's not a baby anymore. She's 4. She's such a sweet kid. Yeah.
Okay. And you?
I'm 15.
You're 15. Okay. 15 going on 30.
No, don't age me.
No, I'm just saying that because of the way you're holding the conversation. How was it feeling when the Instagram comedians all got together and started, saying bring Raina back and all this stuff?
It was at first it was hilarious. Then I saw like it was turning into a movement, and I was like, this is crazy. Like my mind was gone. My mind was like blown. I didn't know that Raina, she had such an impact on people.
Right.
Like I knew people obviously they know Raina. She's Ghost daughter because that's what everyone calls me. But I didn't know she would have that much of an impact. I thought it'd just be like, a few people would cry, a few people would get upset.
It's safe to say you once Raina was killed off in Power, then you realized how much power you had as playing the role.
Yeah, definitely, I did. I realized a lot.
Okay. Now let's get into your you're an artist as well. You're not just an actress, but you're an artist. Let's talk about that.
Alright, so I have my debut EP, 3.2. that's out everywhere for downloading, streaming.
Right.
And so 3.2 is about 3.2 is actually my birthday, March 2nd.
Okay.
So I was
Pisces.
yes, are you Pisces?
Oh, yes.
Yes, when's your birthday?
March 10th.
Oh,
That's right.
Pisces.
There you go. Give it
First
up.
time I got to talk. March 10th. That's what's up. Pisces. We in the building.
So, tell us more.
Okay,
Wow.
so people, like, a lot of people call me an indigo child, and they're like, oh, there's something special about you, and they're like, you're such a Pisces. So I was like, what does that mean? I'm such a Pisces, I'm such an indigo child. So I did my research on it. So I was like, oh, it just means like you're unique and you have personality and
Right.
you're like not afraid to express yourself.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna come up with a word for that. And then I was like, you know what, 3.2, my birthday. What better way to describe myself than using my birthday? But I like changed the word into like unique. So 3.2 means owning who you are and just like being who you are and not caring what anyone says about you.
Okay.
So who would you say is the most like influential woman in your life? Like who influenced Donshea?
My mom.
Right. And you can pretty much tell her energy is crazy. And one of them is your mom over here. Her energy, you pretty much kind of look like her a little bit. I
do,
want to say
definitely.
like y'all kind of like twins. And when it was coming up here, they had the music is playing. It was Lost Boys, and they was singing. I was like, okay, we got some hip ones here. I ain't expecting them to sing church music or nothing, but I was like, okay, you got some hip ones here. So talk a little bit about that. How your real lifestyle versus the power lifestyle.
All right, my real lifestyle is pretty cool. So me and my mom, I'd say we share like the same brain in a sense.
Right.
So we clash heads a lot, but all in good nature. So like she's definitely like my creative like partner like to go to if I
Right.
need advice for like fashion or music. So yeah, so I gotta give you some credit for like some songs on the
She said, I gotta give you some credit.
creative credit.
Give you something,
Yeah,
Mom,
just a little bit.
But
So, yeah.
so she's like totally into music. She can't sing. Sorry to blow you up. I mean, you can spit a few bars, but
Oh, she got bars?
I mean, she does.
Really?
But yeah, she introduced me to the whole Rough Riders, DMX,
Okay.
Biggie, into like that old school hip hop.
Right.
So definitely, she's always been influential like with the music, and I've always loved music. So music's like always like been a part of me.
Right.
But she definitely like influenced like my music and my fashion a lot. So I definitely have to give that up to her.
That's what's up.
Being around 50 Cent, and I'm sure you had many conversations with him. Have you ever tried to pitch your music to him?
Well, yeah, when I was working on the EP, actually, he listened to a few songs. He listened to I'm Motivated, It Was All a Dream, and what was it? I don't know, it might have been either Talk to Him or 3.2. Or did we have 3.2 finished?
Don't Give Up.
It was Don't Give Up. So yeah, he listened to a few tracks and he was like, oh, these are dope. He was like, go Donshea, I see you. And so, he's just a great mentor. I went to him for a lot of like music advice and like business advice and like what I should do as far as when I'm producing a beat, how should I like make the beat drop, things like that. So I'd say he gave really like great advice, and we still keep in touch with each other. He's just like overall
It's like
awesome.
it's like the big bro. That's the big bro, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope to
So
have.
can we expect a feature from 50 Cent?
I'm trying. I like hit up his assistant. I'm like, Mario, come on. When is 50 gonna get on this track with me? He's like, he's busy because he's got 50 Central. He's working on a bunch of other shows.
Yeah,
So,
50
but we're
Central,
definitely
yeah.
trying to squeeze that in. We're trying
Can
to
we
do it.
see you on that? What is it? Central?
50 Central.
50 Central?
I don't know why it's 50. I don't know. I hope so. 50 if you're listening. Come on, put me on 50 Central.
So musically, who are you looking forward to working with?
Oh, a lot of people. I have to say, it's like a whole list of people. So,
Give me top 5.
top 5.
Yeah.
Alright. Beyonce,
Well,
Ariana Grande, Halsey, Jay-Z, 50, of course. But there's like so many, there's so much more. Halsey, did I say Halsey?
Yeah.
Oh, I said Halsey. Okay, Paramore, Florence and the Machine. Ooh, there's so many.
So who are you? So these are all the people that you're currently listening to, right?
And a few other people. I just can't think of their names. Like, music is literally my life. Like, if you
Right.
look into my phone in my music library, you will not find anything. You'll be like, it goes from this to this.
so who would sing the soundtrack to your life? Who would?
I can't pick one person. I
Can't
don't
pick
know.
one person?
No, because
So it'll be like a collaboration.
It
Right.
is, because it like depends on my mood, like how I'm feeling for the day. So I'll like have different soundtracks just for my mood for like that day. So it's so weird.
Spices are very moody.
Yeah, I know.
Let's put that out there.
In a good way. I'm moody in a good way. I'm not a mean moody. But I mean I don't know. People may beg to differ, but I'd say I'm like a good moody. So the soundtrack to my life, maybe me.
Right.
Not to be like narcissistic or anything.
Right.
But I say probably me because no one knows me better than me.
Right.
But I can't just pick like one artist that will probably sing like the soundtrack to my life.
Okay. That's pretty cool. Now, when you sit there and you write a song, you know, is your mom on you? Like, are you writing and not doing your homework? Does that happen?
Sometimes that does happen. So I could be doing my schoolwork and then I just get like inspiration for a song. But my mom, she knows me like by now. Because before I used to just stop what I was doing, like anything that I was doing, I could be in the middle of doing my schoolwork because I'm homeschooled, and I just stop. I'd log off the computer and I just go. If I'm at my grandmother's house, I'll like go upstairs in her office. I'll lock all the doors and I'll just grab a pen and a paper and I'll start writing. Or if I'm at home, I'll like close my room door and I'll just start writing, and I don't stop until like that song is finished or until I feel comfortable enough with it, like that I have the format laid out. So I'd say she knows. Like I have to tell her, I'm like, Mom, I just got this melody in my head, or I got these lyrics. I need to write them down. Just I'll go back to it later. She's like, okay, but you know you need to finish that schoolwork because without school, I can't.
Mom is still mom.
Yeah, she's still mom. She's my best friend, but she's still mom.
So how does it feel to be homeschooled? Do you feel like you're missing out because you're not in a classroom with, you know, another 30 kids?
No, I don't. Because to be honest, I'm not a morning person. So I don't really like.
Oh, so the school teacher, well, the teacher is set at your schedule, or?
Yeah, the teachers are set on my schedule, so it's pretty cool. Like I have to get up in the morning and do my schoolwork because my mom, she's very into like, no, just because you don't go to regular school doesn't mean that you still.
Of course,
can't do,
education
like,
is first.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
Shout out
that's
to Mom.
in the morning.
You clapping it up for that. I love it. I love
Like, you
it.
have to get up in the morning, you have to be a productive human being. She's like, there's 24 hours in the day, you can sleep later. So, yeah, she's tough.
So she working you and
That's how
guiding
she
you.
own it.
Yeah, but you know what, like, I feel so weird, like, if I wake up in the afternoon. So it's weird, like, I'm not a morning person, but I
Right.
feel, like, delayed, like, I'm not being productive if I get up in the afternoon. And I have friends that are homeschooled, and they're like, oh, I don't get up until 3 o'clock. And I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
You just missed out on, like, 300 opportunities, things that you could have done.
Life.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the last time I woke up at 3 o'clock.
No.
Or even 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. We
I
don't
know,
do that all
so-
this time.
Yeah.
Definitely not. By any chance, do you bring any music with you, USB or something, that we can plug in some of your
I
music?
think, I think we have the USB.
Okay, no problem. We can get that
We
to
definitely
Cheese in there. I definitely want to hear your music. Tell us a little bit about the songs that you brought by so we can listen to.
Alright, so I think we have the whole EP, but
Oh,
we're
we got
gonna
the
play,
whole EP.
I think so, on the USB, right?
My dad
So, I don't know, what do you guys wanna hear first? You wanna hear like hip hop or
We
singing?
want to hear whatever you want to present first. Like
We
just
here to
happy
pick your brain
We
and
happy
see
to have
who
you
you are.
here.
Alright.
Like
Okay, so I
we
guess,
we want to move away from the character on Power and just really want to get into your music. Like you know what I'm
alright, so
saying?
I guess I'll play 3.2 first, since 3.2
3.2?
is the title track.
Okay. Definitely. We're going to give that to the engineer, Chi on the boards.
Chi on the boards.
Definitely. You know, a couple people asked me about DJ Echo and DJ Hercules. They're supposed to be in the building pretty soon to get this DJ battle going off. Do you pay attention to the DJs and do you support the DJs?
I do, definitely, I support the DJs, because without the DJs, your music is not gonna get played, so you have
That's
to
right.
get familiar with different DJs, you have to go out and network and like introduce yourself. So yeah, I'm very fond of the DJs.
So I mean, the last time I saw you was like the Source 360 Awards. How was that experience for you?
Oh, that was
Yeah, I
really
saw you
dope.
there.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I've been going for what, like 3 years now?
Right.
And every year is so different, it's so cool. I just love the whole vibe of it.
It's yeah. The whole vibe of it is crazy out there.
Yeah.
We went to
And you see
reset.
like new and old artists. It's
Right,
cool.
right.
Yeah, when I first saw you over there out in Brooklyn, I was like, she looks so familiar.
That's like, I didn't know who she was. I was like, yo, she looked familiar. Who was that? He tapped me. He's like, that's Raina. It's like Raina.
Then I
that's
was
Raina.
like, okay, I put two and two together. I was like, oh, that's Raina. So definitely. Now, before we cue up your music and stuff like that, well, while they cue up your music, I should say, how was it for the cast to find out the episodes of Power were leaked?
I don't know how it was for the cast. I know, like, we didn't really talk to each other when they were leaked. Everyone was, like, working on, like, all of these different things, all these different projects. So when we heard it was leaked, we just, like, kind of, like, everyone was like, oh, that's so weird. Because the CEOs at Starz, they reached out. And they were like, hey, the episodes have been leaked. Like, what did you guys do? And we're like, you just can't place the blame on us. Like, why would we deliberately do something like that? And so, like, everyone was shaking. No one knew, like, we were like, did someone in the cast do this? Or, like, who would have access to it? Mm-hmm. So, everyone was just, I'd say everyone kind of kept their distance, but they did reach out. And they were like, hey, did you hear about the episodes being leaked? And I know I reached out to a few cast members. And I was like, did you guys hear about the episodes being leaked? And I was like, I don't know, this whole thing's going on. Because, like, when they got leaked, literally on all my photos, people were like, R.I.P., 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 and I'm just like, oh my god. And I thought that took away from the moment. Like, I was like, no! And, like, Raina's not going to have her big death scene, and the fans aren't going to get to experience it because you guys are spoiling it for them.
You know, even though the episodes got leaked, I'm such a fan, I waited for the time.
Thank you. I respect that.
I really waited for the time.
I respect everyone that way.
Because I have a schedule, a program. And I didn't want to throw off that program that I run, you know, like.
That hurt me though, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I have a daughter, like to see that happen, and how real is that for you? Like far as loyalty in your life, right? You know, it was you and your brother, of course. You know what I mean? You stuck your neck out there. It was like.
I mean, after that, I'm kind of glad I'm the only child. I mean, I'm glad, but I say keep your circle small.
Right.
Because you see, like, that's her brother. Not only her brother, like her twin brother.
But you showed, your character showed, you was the more courageous one. You was the more gutsy. You got more guts than your brother in the show. And you know, because he kind of took like a coward way out.
He did.
Because I don't think me personally in real life that would have went down that way. I think there would have been two bodies because I would have been trying to stick up for my little sister. Like, cause you know
I was raised in the era, but like if you was out there, like if your sister got you got your ass whooped, you was out there with him. So
definitely
different. Like,
I know, that's like what everyone was saying.
Rick couldn't come home to me like that. You know, like, nah, something's going on.
Right.
And the fact that he kept it from his parents and all this stuff.
I know, like, when I read it, because I didn't know what was going to, like, happen in episode 10. I just saw episode 9, and it was like, I was done. Like, bye. But, yeah, I read episode 9, and I was like, he's really not going to do anything? So I went to Courtney, and I was like, you know, I don't know much about being a sibling. I was like, I'm an only child, because Courtney, she has a twin brother, which a lot of people don't know. And I was like, but wouldn't he at least, like, try, wouldn't he scream, wouldn't he try and run?
And I'm
like, he would do something. So everyone, once they, like, saw, like, once they read the script, everyone's like, is he gonna do something?
Right.
And like people that were only children, they were like, no, I would do something if I had a sibling and this was about to happen to them. And even people that had siblings, they were like, yeah, that's something I would definitely do. So I say everyone, like not everyone, but mostly everyone, they kind of disagreed on that. They were like, you should definitely go and do something.
Okay. Well, Chi. Oh, one more minute.
Oh, we got
okay, so you want me to introduce 3.2? A little bit more?
Yeah, you can actually talk about 3.2 a little bit more.
Something
like,
else
what can we expect? Like, you know, is it a high tempo, low tempo?
I'd say it's like a mid-tempo song. 3.2 is about, like how I said, it's about like expressing who you are. So basically, when I wrote this song, I was mad at someone. I'm not gonna say who, but they're a very close person to us, and I was like mad at them because their views on the world were so biased. And I was like, you can't do this just because it was this whole thing that went on. And we like had this disagreement for months. We still have this disagreement. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I love them, they're family, but it's just like you can't exclude someone just because they have different beliefs from you. Like you're still related to them or you still know them and the world is different. Mm-hmm. And everyone's different and that's okay to be different. And so that's kind of like why I wrote the song. And I'm like, you have a lyric, it says, some people only live inside of books. But oh my god, I can't, like, you know when you're singing, you know your lyrics. Right. It's like when you have to when you're just talking about them, it's like you lose. You're like, what is that lyric?
Right.
But some people only live inside of books and don't even know how the world actually looks. So that's the lyric. And it's just about people who get so consumed in what they think the world should be like from what a book tells them, instead of actually opening their eyes and living for themselves.
You still learning that shit?
And then and so like the beat on the song is actually my heartbeat.
Your heartbeat.
Yes.
Okay. So it was produced by you.
Yeah, it was co-produced by me.
Okay. And the other producer is
Fernand.
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 Okay.
But we still whining, right? We still whining. So I'm gonna present you with this gift from Cage Media T via Jazz Brooklyn.
Thank
Right.
you.
Check it out in there. It's nice. So
Gift
I think it represents you who you are.
Hopefully it's your size.
Don't worry, if it's not, I can make it work.
Oh, you gonna make it work?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Always trying to think. Oh, this shirt is so dope. Mark, that's your camera.
Oh.
This is so cool.
Oh.
And who made this? I just want to
Jazz Brooklyn.
Jazz Brooklyn. Shout out to Jazz Brooklyn. This shirt is so dope. Thank you so much.
Oh, you ready? You ready? You loud? We lit?
We definitely so.
Okay, so you can.
We're gonna let you introduce your song.
Alright. So this track is 3.2. It's the title track on my EP. And it's a mid-tempo, so it's a little bit slow. But just listen to the lyrics. You guys will appreciate it.
Wow. It's definitely a great record.
Thank you.
The production it sounds great.
Thank
I like
you.
the beat and like you said, that's your actual heartbeat.
Yeah, it is.
That was a dope idea. Like who came up with that concept?
I came up with the concept, and everyone thought I was crazy. Like my whole team, they were like, "You should put your heartbeat on a song. Who puts their heartbeat on a song?" And they were like, "No one's ever done that before." And I was like, "Actually, I'd like to take credit for being the first person to do it, but I can't because Michael Jackson did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did it on Bad, and then Taylor Swift, she did it on Wild and Strings.
Oh wow.
So I'm like the third person.
told me something today. I actually learned something because I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So definitely, man. I really like the song.
Thank you.
That was a dope song. It gave me like an 80s feel. Like one of those like soulful MTV like 80s feel. It's kind of like a universal sound. It's a dope song. I like it.
Thank you.
Cartoons. Do you watch cartoons?
I do watch cartoons.
What's your favorite cartoon right now?
My favorite cartoon, my favorite cartoon of all time, like I haven't caught up on any of the new stuff.
Mhm.
Like I think I watched like We Bare Bears on Cartoon Network, but that's probably like the only relevant cartoon that I've watched in a really long time. But Rugrats, that is like my favorite cartoon of all time.
Who's your favorite character?
Tommy.
Tommy? Okay. Tommy. Let's talk about Tommy on Power.
Okay.
How's Tommy? How to cast? Who's your favorite,
Oh, my favorite person.
yeah, your favorite person?
Okay, I love everyone on the cast, but I say like my favorite person is probably Omari. I call him OH because he treats me like his actual daughter. So he'll like check in monthly. Sometimes it does get annoying. I'm like, okay, you're not my actual dad, but he's such a cool person, and he's into like astrology and stuff like that, and I'm into that too. So I was literally like the only Pisces on set. So everyone would be like, "You're so weird. You're so different." And then he's like, "She's a Pisces," and they're like, "Really? You're like the only Pisces on set?" So sometimes I would have ideas, and they're like, "No, we're not doing that." And I'm like, "This is a really cool idea. Just write it in." And they're like, "No." But there's some things they did write in, so I have to give them the credit. Thank you. But yeah. So he was like probably the most like down to earth person on there. And then Michael's cool too. He's way better than Tariq, like 100 times better. And Leela, who plays Angela, she's such a sweetheart.
So what can we expect from you in the near future?
All right, in the near future.
You got the music locked.
I do.
So is there more acting, book
Of
writing?
course. Yes. So acting is my first love. And of course music is my love, but definitely like more acting. I'm working on a movie currently, and I'm writing a TV show because I also like to write.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so I wrote and I co-wrote and co-produced everything on my EP, and now I'm working on a script.
Nice.
Several scripts, but I'm trying to focus on one because like my brain is scattered all over the place. But yeah, I'm writing a TV show. I'm working on some other stuff besides that, some other really, really cool projects. I can't talk about them just yet,
Right.
but I am working on some new music. I'm working on the acoustic version of my EP 3.2, and I'm also working on my album.
Nice. So I know you can't talk about it, about your upcoming projects and stuff like that. But you know, what has changed in your life from being these and playing these roles? Have you taken anything that you've played and adapted that to your real life? Like saying, you know what, that is a good way to move and look at things. I'm gonna keep that and cherish that with me. Have you run into something like that?
I'm trying to think. I know I have. I probably just can't think of it, but I don't know. I'd say probably being just a little bit more opinionated when it comes to like working on a set and someone
Right.
else's set. And of course, like when you're on someone's set, you have to like respect their rules. But if you have an idea, just shoot your idea out there. Don't be like afraid to say no. I don't want to say that because I don't want to like piss anyone off. I'd say just like go for it, say it. Because in the long run, it does help you out a lot. Because sometimes directors and writers, they love to see like the creative side of the actors. And I'd say I've always been like boisterous when I'm on set. But now I'm like more boisterous. And it's okay, like you can be boisterous, but you don't have to be mean about it. Which I think some people like get confused sometimes. But you can just like say, oh guys, I have an idea, what about this? Instead of that. And sometimes they'll like take it into consideration and they'll do it. And other times they won't, and you just like have to accept it.
Yeah, well, you know what? You took a shot at it. You let your thought out, and it's either yes or no.
Yeah,
you know. But you took the chance of putting it out there and seeing what would happen. And a lot of people don't do that, you know. So definitely got to be very outspoken, and you know, especially in this type of business.
Definitely.
So, is there a role you wouldn't play? Like somebody said, here's the script to something, and you read it and you're like, you know what, I'm not doing it. What would that something be to you?
I don't know. I'd say probably maybe like a biopic of like a legend, because sometimes like those are really big shoes to fill.
Right.
And sometimes if you play that one role, you could like kill and slay everything else that you do. But if you play that one role and you can miss just like something so tiny, people will like crucify you for it. Especially if it's like a beloved artist or a late legend or whatever. So I'd say maybe like a biopic of someone just so legendary. Because you don't want to like mess that up, if you get what I'm saying.
No, I totally understand.
So, I mean, what kind of wise words would you leave for any like aspiring artists that like want to be actors or musical artists? Or...
I'd say go for it. Life is short. Tomorrow is not always promised. And if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. So if your dreams scare you and you hear a voice in the back of your head saying, don't do it, don't do it. I mean, if it's like hurting somebody or hurting yourself, yeah, don't do it. But if it's like acting or like modeling, singing, dancing, whatever you want to do, if you have that dream, go for it.
I gotta say, Mom, you did an incredible job.
Incredible job. It's Mother's Day every day up here. Happy Mother's Day. We said it today, and it's like 8 months away, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
But you know what? We gotta applaud our strong women out there that are taking, you know, the initiative to go the extra mile with the kids, because you know, being a mother is not an easy job, and you know, we gotta applaud the mother because you are your mother's reflection, and
Right.
you know, the
You
work.
definitely
I gotta
flourishing.
say that definitely,
Right,
definitely.
right.
So, I know you must be big on family, right? So, what is what time of the year do you look forward to?
I don't know. I look forward, like this time of the year. Like I love the fall. I love winter. I'm such a fall and like winter girl.
Right.
So I'd say Thanksgiving, because I love food. So Thanksgiving. But you know, it's like food.
What's your favorite plate?
anything.
What's your favorite plate at the dinner table?
Dessert.
Dessert?
Yeah. Or maybe like vegan turkey, because I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's what's up. So you work out too?
Sometimes. I'm a vegetarian because like I love animals. So like that's why I'm a vegetarian. I was raised vegetarian, but I really love animals, and I just like.
So
I don't
everybody in the
love
household is
No.
Not everybody in the
No,
household?
just my mama and
Oh, okay.
just me and my mom. No one else. They're just like, oh, that's weird. And I'm like, no, you're the one eating a dead animal. That's pretty weird. No offense to anyone out there, but I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. So
Oh,
what the hell?
man.
Everybody, we gotta go home and watch What the Hell.
No, really, you have to watch that. That is so good. I went
I will
on
watch
Sway in the morning. He was like, did you watch What the Hell? And I was like, no, I didn't. He was like, so you've always been vegetarian? I was like, yeah. He was like, you should watch it. I watched it. it freaked me out. It was just like so. I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
I'm watching.
Watch it.
Now
It's
I
so
definitely
crazy.
gotta watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm definitely gonna watch it now. I've been meaning to watch it for like a month and a half, but now that you said that, because I've been wanting to lean towards being a vegan. You know, it's like we do the whole health thing. Like we both work out. You know, I run marathons, so it's like I kind of want to get into the eating more, a little bit more healthier, and not
They
eat
came over
animals.
with cupcakes earlier in the show before us. And let me tell you, man,
We
the
had
cupcakes
those.
look so good, and I left it alone. I actually
Yeah, you did, not me.
I walked in.
It had Henny in it. I was like, oh, I gotta indulge.
Definitely, man. Well, thank you for coming out of Rough Rider Radio.
Definitely
Thank you
appreciate
for
you
having
coming
me.
through.
Thank you.
Give us one more joint. I know we got a couple of your songs queued up, so let us know which one you want us to play, and we'll get right to it.
Look at you.
All right. Talk to him.
Talk to him?
Yeah, talk to him.
Okay, tell us a little bit, introduce it, give us a little bit before we play it.
All right, so on Talk to Him, it's me and Real Estate Smoke. Shout out to Real Estate Smoke. He co-produced that. I co-produced it too. Just
Okay.
to put it out there. But yeah, he co-produced that beat, and this track is so fire. Like, not to toot my own horn, but it's sick. You guys are gonna love it.
Right.
And Talk to Him is a hip hop song, so I'm spending a few bars on there. A lot of people
Okay.
don't know
Okay.
that I can rap, but I can rap. And so yeah, that's what Talk to Him is. And Talk to Him is just like one of those songs when you just want to just express how you're really feeling, and you just want to talk to him. So.
All right, well, let's get into this joint. Talk to him on Rough Rider Radio.
We loud, we lit. It's not on you.
Talk to him in the play?
No, it's not like
My mama coming out there, and she got her belt, and her purse, and a Vaseline.
She's ready to fight.
Huh?
This is the part of the show that I hate because I love, rocking out in the studio.
This felt like she was like a little cousin or a little sister. Like she just came through. Like it felt like a family member.
I like interviews like this, man, because it makes my job a lot easier.
I'm gonna be honest with you. This is the first time I've seen you be really engaged in the interview. I was like, okay, we can let me ask a question. I felt like, so I know he's a huge fan of you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm definitely a supporter. I like the way, the direction you're going and stuff like that. So I always like to see the youth, striving to do better, because the generation that's going on now is a real loss. But to see you right on track and doing your thing is definitely a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
Let everybody know where they can find you. Give them your Instagram, tell them everywhere.
Alright, you guys can find me on Instagram at Donshea_Hopkins, on Twitter at DonsheaH. Everything else is Donshea Hopkins. I'm on YouTube, I'm on Facebook. I'm not that active on there, but I'm trying to get a little bit more active on there. But all my Instagram posts go to my Facebook, so if y'all are not on Instagram and you're on Facebook, you'll see it, and if it's vice versa, you'll still see it.
And remember, her uncle's Tommy, her father's Ghost.
And so that's DONSHEAHOPKINS. Donshea
Your
Hopkins.
album is out.
Yes, my EP 3.2 is
EP,
available
right.
everywhere for downloading and streaming. It's on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, Amazon. It's everywhere, so no excuses.
And it's on Rough Rider Radio.
It is.
Already.
From here on.
And she got bars. Huh?
Yeah, you was playing with this track.
She was like, I was like, okay.
It sounded like a summertime fun
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
Thank you.
Definitely, man. Well, thank you for coming out once again.
Thank you
I really
for having
appreciate it. Dope show. Salute to Cage Media ENT. Our YouTube page is finally up and running. It's Chi, help me out with this. What is that? Rough Rider Latino? What is it? Rough Rider, the Bronx Boys? Okay.
Rough Rider and Bronx Boys, right?
The Bronx Boys Rough Riders, actually. That's what it is.
Okay.
The Bronx Boys Rough Riders /YouTube. So we also got the Rough Rider YouTube page. We also got, the Rough Rider artist page. So definitely
We
follow
also got that free app.
We definitely got the well, if they listening, they downloaded the app, and thank everybody for downloading the app. Tune in next Friday. You'll never know who. Oh no, as a matter of fact, 848 will be in the building.
848.
Yeah, the cast of 848 will be in the building.
Shout out to Inch.
Definitely. So, once again, man, thank you for listening. The Bronx Boys, 8 to 10, each and every Friday.
You already.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Donshea Hopkins, aka Raina Saintjames from Power, aka Monica from Orange is the New Black, and aka Chase from the Detour. Make sure you guys check out Cage Media ENT. He's the coolest.